Hello and welcome to ExpertMLMReview.org's review of TVI Express. My name is Sean Cornett. I've had a lot of requests to do this review because unless you've been living under a rock or in a cave, you've probably heard of TVI Express at least 10 times from 10 different friends. It's growing like wildfire around the globe right now, which in and of itself can mean trouble. But let's take a look here. Corporate website, TVIExpress.com. There's a problem. First of all, they talk about a lot of things. There's a lot of tabs, but not one for the product, which is, of course, the most critical component of evaluating an opportunity, because if there is not a true, tangible product of value that is retailable to an end consumer, it is a scam. Without a product, it is a scam, period. So let's take a closer look at the product that TVI Express is offering the marketplace here. If we go very quickly through the website to their opportunity or overview opportunity section here, talks about the product service being extraordinary holiday packages, vacation club memberships, fun-filled adventure to customers. It talks in very generalities, which is not good. If you can't really express your or describe your product very clearly, then you may have a problem having a product in the first place. Click on the tab About Us. I don't like the fact that, hey, our corporate profile is the fact that we are in London, UK. There's nothing more there. You have no idea who's behind the company. Obviously, whoever's behind the company isn't willing to put their reputation on the line, but putting their face on the corporate profile. Who are the principals? Who are the owners? Who are the executives? We have no clue. Why? Because they're not willing to put that on the website. That in and of itself does not mean that it's a scam, but it certainly is a very large red flag. I think it's interesting that in light of the fact that they're not willing to brand themselves, they're not afraid to brand other people. They're not afraid to borrow the credibility of guys like Warren Buffett because he owns network marketing companies. They're not afraid to talk about guys like Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki, and Bill Clinton, who have talked about network marketing being a very viable, good business model. The fact is that they're willing to borrow credibility from everybody but themselves, because apparently there's no credibility to promote there. And let's go back to, if we go to one of the pages here, it talks about why TVI, the 3 keys. And interestingly enough, their 3 keys to success, number 1 is capital. They're backed by a solid investor group. Who is that investor group? If it's such a big deal, if it's one of your keys to success, why not let us know who they are? That would seem logical. Fact number 2 in their 3 keys to success is this management team. TVI's management defines it. Well, if it defines you, why are you not willing to let us know who you are? That's a serious problem, folks. But let's take a look at the most critical aspect of this review, which is the product. We go to the FAQ section here. FAQ number 3, do I need to sell any products? Answer, no, you do not need to sell any products. I could stop there. That pretty much lets you know that either the people behind the company are completely clueless as to what is and is not a legal way to operate a network marketing company, or they just have a disregard completely for the concept of operating legally. That's a bad sign. I could stop there and pretty much say that you need to run from this opportunity, not to it. But let's take a closer look. You can go to the website, download the PowerPoint presentation, and this always gives you a good indication of what is it that the company is promoting. Because in the material they give you to build your business, you would think that they would have their best foot forward. Well, in their PowerPoint presentation here, it's 74 slides long. There's only 5 slides that refer to any semblance of a product whatsoever. Starts on slide 14. Talks in very general terms about the product and services. Universal appeal. Category creator. Unlimited. I'm assuming they're referring to their product. Unlimited world-class holidays, vacations, and thousands of dollars to spend. Well, how can your product be vacations along with thousands of dollars to spend? Just doesn't make sense. Oh, here we go. What do you get when becoming a distributor? You get a 6-night, 7-day vacation, a free companion flight ticket, and travel discounts. Well, hey, that sounds great. Now we're getting to something resembling a product, but that's not what you should get for becoming a distributor. They're 2 very separate things. When the lines get fuzzied between what is your product and what is your opportunity, when they get thrown together, you've got a problem. Why? Because, folks, That's what makes network marketing illegal, when the two become one. When there is no opportunity to retail a product, then by default you're getting paid to recruit. And that's what's happening here. Their only product is this $250, what is referred to as travel and earn package here down on slide 19. Travel and earn package for $250, which is everything. It's becoming a distributor along with the vacation voucher and free return flight certificate. You cannot group the two together. You might be able to do that in India, okay, or in some other country, but you can't do it in the US or Canada. I know that for a fact. And I actually know that for a fact in the UK as well. I'm not sure how they're getting away with it. But folks, let's just talk, and I've got just a few minutes here. Even if we ignored all of this, and yes, there's that true product, the vacation and the return flight. Well, when you go into detail and take a look at their website, actually their video presentation at meetplanb.com or also getinandhangon.com, it explicitly refers to their product that we talked about here, the 7-day, go back up here, the 6-night, 7-day vacation and flight certificate as vacation vouchers. It's a voucher you receive upon signing up. Here's the problem with vouchers. They were never meant to be a product in the first place. They're meant as incentive giveaways for promotional purposes. Direct mail companies use them to boost response. Large corporations use them to add value, to create customer loyalty. Websites use vouchers to bait their visitors into responding or registering on their site. Vouchers are sold in the thousands for pennies on the dollar with the assumption that most people won't use them. There's usually blackout restrictions. You have to pay the taxes or some sort of booking fee to use them. But that doesn't mean that vouchers are a scam. It just means that they were never meant to be a product in the first place. The problem is if you're using vouchers as your product, people are actually going to start using them. There's not going to be that huge breakage between, the people that get the voucher and the people that actually use them. When you start to have people using these vouchers as if they were actual products, you're going to have a much higher percentage of people cashing in, which means that whoever is the supplier of vouchers for TVI, they're either going to go out of business, they're going to drop TVI, or they're going to really jack up the pricing of the vouchers beyond the point that would make the compensation plan work in the first place. Because what allows them to pay all the money, and I'm not going to get into the compensation plan beyond the fact that the very simple fact that it's a matrix, which means that that's a red flag in and of itself. The only reason it works is because these vouchers are the only thing resembling a product they're giving away for pennies on the dollar, but it will not last long term because it cannot last. Obviously, they're not giving you this 6-night, 7-day vacation. They're not booking it for you and giving you a real vacation. The only reason they can do that is because it's a voucher and they probably paid $2 for that piece of paper that you get mailed. Now, I could go on about a lot of things here, but I want to wrap up here because I just have a few minutes, and I realize that I may have shocked many of you listening to this. There's a lot we could talk about, but some final thoughts. The travel industry has very traditionally attracted a lot of less than credible companies because it's very easy to take advantage of and disguise a company that really is operating as an illegal pyramid and make it look like you have a product. The old too good to be true line very much applies here. For those of you residing in the US and Canada, possibly other countries, but I'm only going to speak on what I'm certain of, there's a very well documented history of distributors being legally held liable for involvement in a legal pyramid. Now, it is my summation here that TVI is in fact operating as a legal pyramid. And because they're UK based and obviously hiding very well, if it comes out and it gets big enough, which it is very quickly, okay, the Attorney General, the FTC, folks, they go after distributors too, primarily the top income earners. You are not shielded by TVI because, of course, they're not doing a very good job of making themselves known in the first place. So be extremely careful about where you tread here. I wish I could have come up with a better review, but it's my job, okay, it's my mission to protect the network marketing industry from scams like this. So if you are involved, I certainly beg you to reconsider. If you are not, I would suggest staying uninvolved. I appreciate your time. Hope you found the review helpful. I'm going to do a few more videos going into some specifics on certain areas, but that's all for today. Have a great one.